Mod on the field to see my opponent's creatures die and make saplings and finish off with drain synergies or over under effects. This is my first commander deck, but suffers from the oops all pet cards problem, and it would like to be spruced up to see it shine. Originally had almost all the spore counter thalids, but they felt too slow. Yeah, they are horrifically slow. Budget-wise, would like to keep it under $30 of additions, with bonus points for keeping a nature, life, and death theme, otherwise go wild. I want the deck to be able to flex the drain sacrifice value of saplings more than trying to... Okay, so I need to make it abundantly clear to you that the most broken thing you can be doing is Grave Pact. It's ridiculous. 37 lands is too low. But we have Analyze the Pollen, that's 38 lands. We have a decent card type spread, though, so Traverse is probably worthwhile. Evolving Wilds. Do we have Landfall? No. Ash Barrens. Always, always, always run Ash Barrens over any sort of fetch land like that if you don't have Landfall. So we're now at 39 lands, which we'll try out. Three 1/1 Saproling creature tokens. Base. I mostly just want to add like more bright cap badgers. I'm gonna start just by cutting every single card I think is just awful. Kinship is up there. You're in green. Like Overrun's better than it. That's embarrassing. Not a fan of the Clue Stone. Why are we ramping at 3? What's at 5 that we care about? Right? Like, we have very few 5 drops. We'd rather be ramping on 2. I don't like protecting the motto. We're in black. I'll get to what I mean in a moment. Like, Swiftfoot Boots isn't really doing a lot for you. Neither is the protection spell. Campfire. Is this Pauper? Heraldic Banner out. River Song's Diary out. Like, I don't like many of these artifacts where we're going to place them with more artifacts to keep our card type up, though. Graz is kind of embarrassing to me. Like, I don't really like that card here. Verdant Force is on theme, so we can't cut it. And it's kind of funny anyway. I'm going to cut the Squirrel card. And Invoke Despair. It's a little expensive. Sure. There's better ramp options. Sure. There's better ramp options. There's better removal options. That's probably from the Spore Counter original. Eaten Alive. Okay, good. We do have Tender Shoot already. Put them in your hand. There's just a lot that leaves to, like, there's a lot of these cards are just not that good. I don't know what to say, really. Beastmaster Ascension's very good, though. Good job. Sylvan Anthem's fine. It could slow the game down a little bit. That's my only concern about this. It's like, every time you make a Sapling, you scry one. It's definitely fine, though. It's just like, damn, that sounds annoying to resolve. I'm happy to see the Westvale Abbey, by the way. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. All right, so we've managed to cut it down to the cards that I find being okay. I don't think Vraska's that good either. But this is the vibe. We're going to start with Tyvar. Jubilant Brawler. We now have $1 of additions in the deck. What I'm going to do every single time is I'm I was thinking about maybe adding them to considering, so we can kind of just like mark the budget very well. But like this is the first of 17 cards I want to add, or the first of 28 cards I want to add. Tyvar. Second card I want to add, another 2 mana, so Talisman of Resilience, and we can turn price on. Skull Clamp would be very good, yeah. If you add to sideboard, it also track. Yeah, but it's the same thing as adding to considering. Like, we could put these in the sideboard. It'd be the same. Yeah, so far $5 worth of additions. Let's just do Saproling. I want to find Saprolings first, then we can get around to talking about Jaheira adjacent kind of creatures. Makes a lot of Saprolings. It's just like inconsistent here. Non-token creature dies, think a Saproling. Rhinax is insane. I think let's add Mycoloth. It's fun. War Web Weaver isn't actually half bad. Love you, Tribune of Rot. This card's so good. I still run this in Farrakha, I think. Enters or dies, like makes a Saproling. That's kind of fun. It's on theme. And we're not shooting for turbo powerful here. I mean, look at the deck. Yeah, nah, we're fine. $9 worth of additions so far. The budget isn't a hard limit, but it's more fun to think about. Okay, so now let's do. And I didn't super like the Mill Lady since the deck isn't that heavy on creatures. Yeah, but that's something I'm about to fix for you. We're about to add more creatures. Speaking of which, she also contributes to Delirium. We're adding Hogak. Enduring Vitality. Sideboard. Utopia Sprawl. Wild Growth. Channel Tanuki sucks. I'm sorry, it's true. I wish it was good. Arbor Elf. Just iconic. Mindstone. Second Harvest. I like the idea of Second Harvest. And the reason why is because we can then add Timeless Witness, and that's really funny as a loop. Fanatic of Ronus, which I think is too expensive, but we'll add it to considering. We can do more 2-drops, which is probably gonna look like Skull Prophet. Sakura Tribe. Elder. 17. So we're at 97 cards right now. Bogart, Trawler, sideboard. $18. Okay, so this is it. It's under $30 of additions here. So what do we have? Diversified card types for Delirium. That's number one. Number two, we have more sapling generation and more creatures to help support that sapling generation. Third, we have Tyvar and Second Harvest and Timeless Witness and Hogak, which all are combos. And I'll explain those combos in just a second. They're very funny combos, though, so I hope you're not too combo adverse. So here's the idea. With Infested Thrynax online, if you have any sacrifice outlet at all, if you sack Hogak, you explode the game. It's legitimately so dumb. Because you go, Thrynax makes creature tokens equal to that power. You sack Hogak. Thrynax goes, aha, make 8 Saprolings. You recast Hogak, you sack them. You make 8 more Saprolings. You get the gist, right? For that reason, I think maybe I'm gonna cut Soul Ring. For that reason, I think a Viscerous here is in order. And if you don't really like Viscerous here, that's okay. We'll also add Woe Strider, which can come back from the graveyard. Maybe over a Putrefy. I'm not a big fan of that card. Very slow. So now we have 39 creatures. Here's another thought. I'm going to cut probably Sylvan Anthem. If you want to splurge for this deck, there are 2 cards that take this from like, you know, you're never breeding a bracket 3 deck to like, it will actually work against bracket 3 as well. And those 2 cards are Dictate of Erebos which is $15. And secondly, you'd probably take out Blasphemous Edict for a card like White of the Reliquary. That's 17 more additions above your budget that I heavily recommend. Because here's the gist. If you have Dictate of Erebos, your opponents have creatures, and you have Utopia Mycon, you explode them. Also Grave Pact, right? That's the issue. We don't have a lot of black sources. Triple black is harder than 3 black. We have a quantity of mana, but like the quality of mana might be questionable. The Dictate is so insanely broken with Namato. Whenever an opponent's creature dies, you make a Saproling. You sack 1 Saproling to Utopia Micron, you get 3 back. You get a Dark Ritual every time you sack a creature, and it kills all of your opponent's creatures. It's legitimately the most stupid thing you can be doing with this commander. You know, there's like, I think Pact is worth it as a second copy. Here's the thing. Chat physically recoiled when I added the Dictate. So here's my recommendation. Maybe you just do it some games. Maybe just some games you accidentally find the Dictate. Okay, great, let's go. So you don't have your play group want to regularly rip your brain out. Assassin's Trophy, they were cheating, W2F name. They were cheating. You can't target your own creatures with it. Feed the Swarm out. Holy shit, that sucks. Yeah, do not run Feed the Swarm in Golgari. Please, 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 please. Okay, draw. Forest. Utopia Sprawl. Name black. 1, 2. Talisman. 1, 2. Secure a Tribuilder. Sack Secure Tribuilder. Get a Swamp. Next turn. Thriving Moor, name green. Why are we running Thriving Moor? We could be running like Temple of Milady. We're not even running Temple of Malady. Yeah, like what are you doing with the Thriving Moor? It's a black-green land anyway. This one gives you Scry 1 though. Oh, it's already in. I'm blind. Okay, probably just another forest then. Type forest. ID equals 2. Because we have things that care about forests now. So I'd probably add Festering Thicket. Vernal Fen. Are we on the Surveil? I'm not sure. Probably removing Mage Ring Network. That's probably from the previous Fungus build where proliferating was good. As it enters, choose a color. It enters tapped. Okay, this is factually worse than a tap dual land. Why are you running this instead of a tap dual? We're not on the Surveil because of budget. Cuz town smile. That was there for the town ramp. It's just so bad. Honestly, just run more basics. You're fine. Thriving Grove for what's the reveal land called for this color combo? It's a Snarl, right? Necroblossom Snarl. Okay, let's play test. Draw Necroblossom Snarl. Here's a forest. Green, Insidious. Dink, dink. Draw a card. Put a forest into play tapped. Next turn. Swamp. Spore Frog, instant speed on your end step. Make 2 Saprolings. Next turn. Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bright Cap Badger. 1, 2, 3. Spore Web Weaver. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Namada. 1, 2. Evolutionary Leap. Green. Sack Spore Frog. Reveal until you hit a creature. Delonite Hermit. Insane. Next turn. Fungal Rebirth. Make 2 Saprolings. Fists of Ironwood. Make 2 Saprolings. Probably put that on Namada. Okay, I'm mainly just worried about your, like, how we're protecting Namada now. Maybe you just don't need it. You could rebuild pretty easily. Yeah, I don't think you need it. Attacking a Sapling to draw a card. We added Skull Clamp. I don't think I really like Ascend in this deck. Like, you could run Vonus Hunger. Like, this is the Ascend card I would recommend, but it's also $5. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Like, now we're closer to $20, $50 worth of additions. But, like, you just remove this and this. Then you're back to par. Like, Vonus Hunger dictates the only 2 things that push you over budget. Anyway, yeah, we added another combo, by the way. We have Second Harvest in the deck now. For each token you control, you create a token that's a copy of that permanent. The other half of this combo is Tyvar, thing that makes everything into mana dorks, like Enduring Vitality, and Timeless Witness, which we added, I think. Am I dumb and blind? Timeless Witness. So here's the idea. No Golgari Charm. Golgari Charm's fine. Okay, here's the idea. Timeless Witness, you eternalize for 7 mana. You then play Second Harvest. Everything has haste. Those tokens tap for mana. You then you then retrieve your second harvest with the Timeless Witness token. You get to buy back 0 every single spell, and you have infinite green mana to cast them with. You might want to run a Lightning Greaves too, to make it more consistent. Right, we're running Lightning Greaves for the haste, because you can equip this independently to each individual Sapperling, and then tap them for the mana, and then move the Greaves over, move the Greaves over, move the Greaves over, move the Greaves over after tapping them for mana. And then you just keep doing it repeatedly. Right, and then you do this with, like, Spore Swarm, you have infinite creatures now. Like, maybe Moldervine out, it's a little slow. Deadbridge Trant is also a little slow. By the way, we don't have to add more lands because we have Analyze the Pollen and Traverse the Uvenwald. I would rather add something like Grizzly Salvage. Right. Or is Malevolent Rumble in already? No, it isn't. Malevolent Rumble's better than Grizzly. So, what we have here is $50 worth of additions, roughly. But if you cut Vonus Hunger and Dictative Erebos, it'll be a lot less money you're spending. It's probably closer to 55, but it'll be 35 if you cut these two cards. But that being said, I think these two cards are worth that much. Like, you can just put Edict back in over Vonus Hunger. Although it's nice that Vonus Hunger only hits opponents. There's another good, like, I can recommend other cards, but I'm not going to put them in your deck. Make an Example is one of those cards. Each opponent separates the creatures they control into 2 piles. For each opponent, you choose one of their piles. Each opponent sacrifices the creature in their chosen pile. So you make them decide how they want to split their creatures, and then you pick the pile that's better for you to sack. Which is typically the bigger one, because you'll get that many Sapperlings, and then you can Utopia Mycon, sack those Sapperlings, and then... like, it's a pretty good deal. Grim Servant. Saw in half, right? So this would be a very good thing to add if you end up going, if you like the combo route a lot. Because what you can do is you can go Grim Servant, get Saw in half, Grim Servant. Even then, like, Viscera Seer is a very good one-drop you want to tutor with Grim Servant. And then you have token Grim Servants that enter when you cast Second Harvest, which then can let you get Timeless Witnesses, and then you can sack them to the Viscera Seer so you don't lose any more life. Like, this is an insane package of cards to be running in this deck that you can decide to add or not. But we're already at like 55 over, or like, you know, $25, $15 over budget, somewhere in that range. Okay. I'm going to remove Gone, Town of Ruin, and Golgari Guildgate. Type Forest. Like, once again, we have Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl now, so Forest actually does matter as a card type. I would rather you be running a Haunted Mire that is itself a forest, a Woodland Chasm that is itself a forest, over these other tap lands, just to up your forest count to make them even more usable. So we're at 19 forests now. That's not counting basic land cycling, not counting Secure Tribe Elder, right? So we do have other ways of getting forests as well. The final addition I wanted to make, oh, what was it? Revitalizing Repast is probably worthwhile over, like, Jungle Hollow. Like, this is another $1, but $1's nothing. It's a dual land that protects anything you want. Ridiculously strong. Instead of the Gulch, we can run the Fast Land. What's the name of it? It's ID equals 2 type land sort MB. Not MB, sort USD. Unless you control a swamp or a forest. 41 cents for this. Twilight Mires, 34 cents. Even the fast land I like a lot. I don't really like the Signet land that much. I've had it bite me before. Where are you, fast land? Are we getting too expensive? It's not up here. I thought it was like around, yeah, $1. Blooming Marsh. I do not like Llanowar Waste either. I don't like Llanowar Waste, and I do not like the filter, the Signet land. So we can cut swamps for these, by the way. And then like one forest. Painlands are excellent though. Like, I think so. There's Llanowar Waste. No, it's not the Painland. I thought you meant the other one. Tainted Wood. I thought you guys meant Tainted Wood. I added the other one. I would not add Tainted Wood to this deck. Anyway, let's play test one more time. So yeah, here's like a non-forest hand, but we have Rampant Growth. So like, this is like worst case scenario. Oh my god, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. But it's immediately resolves itself. Like, it's really just actually not that big of a deal. I don't know if I even like Rampant Growth in this deck. Great, 2 Saplings. One, two, three, four, 5. Namada. I don't like Flare of Cultivation either. Actually, we need to cut this. I'd rather you be running more mill. So like Grizzly, Salvage. And these are pennies, the cards I'm adding. Grapple with the Past. I don't know how to feel about Westvale in all honesty. Westvale is broken and should not be cut from this deck. Why do the Reliquaries in the deck? It turns 5 Saprolings, which you can tap for mana. Right? Because you have a bunch of things that turn them into mana dorks. You tap them for mana. And then you sack them to the Westvale. And then you've turned 5 Saprolings into a 9/7 flying indestructible haste. I do not like Stitcher Supplier. Okay, this is keepable. Draw. Necroblossom Snarl. Here's my forest. Next turn. Forest. Pass. Woodland Cemetery. 1, 2, 3. Like, here's the lands being untapped. It's actually so much better. 4 Webweaver. Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Namada. Next turn. Llanowar Wastes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we go Fists of Ironwood, make 2 Saprolings. We now have the City's Blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have the City's Blessing exactly. So on an opponent's turn, we can go end step before our turn. Sack half the creatures you control, rounded up, all of you. We get like 3 creatures per player. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Next turn. Here's Westvale Abbey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Second Harvest. Make a copy of all of these Saprolings. And then if we tapped correctly, we could sign in blood now. So we have a billion Saprolings. We have 22 Saprolings in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's Namada. We kill someone. It's turn 7. That's pretty on par in a vacuum. Westvale just seems so extremely mid and overhyped. Okay, here's the floor of Westvale Abbey. It's an untapped colorless land in your 2-color deck. People are already running Reliquary in your deck. But the ceiling is we can tutor it with White of the Reliquary and turn our ground creatures into actual meaningful 18-point life swing. Because lifelink. Like, you're just not analyzing the floor here. The ceiling is very low. It's not that good. The ceiling's mid. The floor, though, insanely high. It's so hard for this card to be awful. Also, my friends run so many flyers. Great news, by the way. We just added Spore Web Weaver. You're so welcome. Just run Cradle Control or Dark Depths package. Dark Depths floor is through the fucking ground. Dark Depths is one of the worst lands you can put in a deck. It is not a land. It is a spell. Secondly, Cradle Control is so expensive you're forgetting we have a budget. Just add Field of the Dead. Like, we're on a budget, right? This is a non-game changer deck. Westvale Abbey is perfectly fine. You guys are nuts. You guys are crazy. Guys, just put Evandu in. I know it's 1/5 of the deck budget. Just put Gaia's Cradle in. Like, it's just not an answer. It's not an answer. Westvale's perfectly fine here. I would like it, though, if you did have one Bazooka Bog now. Because White is now Graveyard Hate. Just for free. So, I think it's good. Like, legitimately, I'm not sure what else to add to this deck to make it, like, better. Like, there's some, like, smaller things you can do. Like this package down here. But, like, it's gonna make it more expensive. I'd rather just give you back the deck. We're already a bit over budget anyway, but you can cut Vonus Hunger, Dictative Erebos, right? To, like, make it up for that. And then you're basically back on par. We're probably $35 if I had to guess. 40 maximum. And then with these two, it's 60. So if you just cut these two, you can bring it back down and just add Grim Servant Saw in half instead. That's like $3 more over budget, but it's less than the $1 billion that this is. So, yeah, I think it's good to go. I love Saprolings. Hooray. Thank you, Lime. All right, do we have Rise Quinn? Ringing Rice Quinn.